Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And we're starting this one off in the car right now. You guys might notice in the background that I am in the car and there's not a whole lot of noise. Well, that's because today we're actually going to get a different exhaust setup on the car. So last night I went to a friend's place and he helped me take off the old straight pipe exhaust. We're currently with the stock exhaust, but we're going to go have that modified. I'm going to get a switch valve muffler system put on. So I'm just going to head over to the exhaust shop, Hot Rod Scott's, and once we get there, I'll update you guys further. I won't bore you with the drive. It's only about a 20-minute drive. But yeah, that's what we're doing today, and I will talk to you in a few minutes. Okay, so I'm here at the exhaust shop. You can see the sign behind me. The car is up on the lift right now, so I think in a couple minutes here, I'll go down, talk to them, kind of plan out exactly what we're doing. But as I mentioned, we're going to be doing the valve exhaust system. I'm just not sure if we're going to go with one or two, get the dual tips out the back still. Anyways, we'll discuss all that in not too long here. But yeah, if you guys want to see, the car is up on the lift here now. So as I said, hopefully in a couple minutes here, I'll hopefully be able to go down and film some more of the process for you guys, and then kind of update you on exactly what we're doing today. Okay, so we've reached the point of no return on the muffler. They've cut out a little portion of the back. We have to redo the Y pipe in order to accommodate the two valve mufflers. So we're just getting those lined up right now. Not a whole lot to film at the moment, but we're just getting those lined up, and then we'll keep going from there. So here's a muffler that's going to go into the car. You can see it has a switch on there, so it can either go straight through, or if you close it up, then it actually goes through like a proper muffler. So we're not doing a res-elite right now because I am going to be doing a downpipe at some point in the future, and I don't want it to be, super crazy with the smell, and I don't know, it's already going to be a little bit loud with the downpipe, so we're not cutting out the res for now, but we'll see maybe later on once we do the downpipe on some other rods. What route we go. But yeah, just for now, guys, we're sticking in the valve mufflers. So you can see everything under the bottom of the car is all cut out. And yeah, stay tuned, and I'll try to film a little bit more as we get the new muffler popped up. Alright guys, so currently welding in the new Y pipe, and then they can go ahead and I guess do up the mufflers after that. Of course, they had to redo that off the stock ones because you can see how much wider the stock one is than this one, so the mufflers want to fit properly. So yeah, just getting that button up right now, and then we'll move on. So you can see there, we've just kind of mocked up the left side and how it's going to look. We're just going to build another little extension piece to kind of set up the back, but that's basically what it's going to look like. Then we'll do up the passenger side and should be good to go. Okay, so the muffler install is done. Right now, these guys just hooking up the electronics for the actual valve switch control. Then we'll get it down on the ground here in a little bit and get the first startup and sound clips. Now that it's lower down, you guys can get kind of a better look at what this actually looks like from the back. You can see the mufflers don't hang down too low. I went with the carbon fiber tips, like you can see there, but I went with the carbon fiber tips. It's a bit dark, but trust me, they're carbon fiber. I'll give you guys a better look at this out in the light later. It's starting to get dark now, as you can see, but yeah, I think we're just gonna wrap things up here and we'll be on the way. Okay, so exhaust is all buttoned up now. It's all just been spray painted black, just so it looks a little bit nicer, kind of stealth mode underneath. And then yeah, I missed the first startup, but I'll get you guys a cold startup tomorrow sometime. But yeah, looks awesome. So huge shout out to the guys here at Hot Rod Scott's. If you guys need any muffler work done and you live in the Toronto area, definitely hit them up, give them a call. Their work, as you can see, is really awesome, and the guys here will take care of you. So yeah, awesome job there. But yeah, I'm sorry I missed the first startup, guys, but I'll get you on a little bit later. And while they're driving, we'll get some sound clips just so you can kind of hear what this thing sounds like. Alright guys, so it's actually 2 days later from when we actually put the exhaust on. I didn't get a chance to film anything yesterday. I was just busy with work, and it wasn't the greatest day. It was kind of gloomy, rainy the whole day. But today, as you can probably tell by the fact I'm wearing a t-shirt and there's sun shining on me, it's a beautiful day. So the car's just sitting in the garage. So in a second here, I'll open it up, and I guess I'll get you guys the first official cold start, considering I missed when they started up just at the shop the other day. So yeah, a second here, I'll open the garage, we'll get the first official cold start, and a couple of revs, and then I guess I'll talk to you guys as to why I actually went this route with this exhaust and this particular setup. And just for a quick recap, guys, I did put a valve controlled muffler system on the car. So when I do the cold start, I'm going to have the valves fully wide open, and then I'll close them so you can hear the sound difference just at idle, and then I'll hit it with some revs with both the valves wide open and them closed, so you can kind of hear the difference. And again, just keep in mind, it's not going to be as loud as the old exhaust was, because this isn't fully straight piped like the other one, but it still sounds pretty decent, and you know, there may be some tweaks that I still do to it down the road. Okay, so there we go. There's what the new exhaust sounds like. Just start up, and you might be able to hear there. So as I said, when it started up, the valves are wide open, and you might have heard that little click. When I closed the valves, open them up, and you can hear the pitch difference. Again, not going to be as loud as the straight pipes were, but let me know what you guys think. In a second here, I'll give it some revs. But now that it's a nice day and I pulled it out, you can probably see it back there, the carbon tips. They say Akrapovic on top. They just kind of give you kind of whatever almost generic tips they can find at the shop. So I might change that later because this isn't actually an Akrapovic system, but you can see there the dual tips with the carbon fiber. If we look under the car, you probably won't really see much, but you guys will remember they're the two mufflers. They sit really nicely up inside the car. You know, they don't, well, I'm not worried about them scraping on anything, even though the car's a little bit lower. But yeah, in a second here, I'll give it some revs, and don't know how well you're gonna be able to see, but if you look right up inside the exhaust, and I don't know if you guys will be able to tell there, but I'm gonna hit the switch so you can see now there's nothing. And then when I flip the switch a second, right in the middle, you're gonna see hopefully a little flap close. I have no idea if you guys can see that, but you can definitely hear it. So that's with the valves closed, and that's with the valves wide open. So now that you've kind of seen how it works, I'm going to give you guys a couple of revs, and then I'll finish the video off by just talking a little bit about why I went with this system. So in a second here, I'm going to rev it a couple times with the valves wide open, then I'm going to shut them off and rev it a couple times with the valves closed, just so you guys can hear the difference. Alright, so let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Again, as I've said a couple times, you know, it's not going to be as loud as the old straight pipe exhaust was. Of course, now this is a valved muffler system. I think it still sounds pretty good. Now, having lived with it for about the last 72 hours, I am thinking I did leave the stock resonator on, so I'm thinking I might cut that out. I do in future plan to do some more engine mods, like a downpipe and stuff, which will give it more sound. But I think, you know, until I get the downpipe in, which isn't going to be probably until sometime next year at this point, I think I might go ahead and take out the res just for now, just to give it some extra sound, because, you know, while I kind of like not having the straight loud all the time, which is one of the reasons I'll get into in a second for why I took off the straight pipe exhaust. You know, I would like it to be maybe just a touch louder with the valves open and a bit more, you know, what they call sleeper mode or stock sounding with the valves closed. But yeah, there you go, guys. Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, and so just to jump into it real quickly and end off the video, the three main reasons why I went up and switched the exhaust to what it is now is, like I just mentioned, with it being straight piped, it was just constantly loud all the time. Obviously, there was no way to shut it off. There was no valves or anything, so it was crazy loud all the time. And while it did sound great, you know, there was just some times where you just maybe want it to be a little quieter. You just want to kind of
cruise home gently and not have it be shouting at you essentially the entire time. And sometimes if you're just trying to have a quiet conversation, with someone inside the car and then you have the exhaust kind of just blaring in the background, it did get a bit annoying. Second of all, where I live, this summer the police have really been doing a crackdown on cars that are modified. I know I have a couple of friends and people that we kind of know through the car scene that have gotten hit for having improper muffler deletes, all that kind of stuff. So I was lucky. I didn't get hit or harassed or anything like that, but I figure the car might have just been a bit of a ticking time bomb for that kind of thing. So that's another reason why I just didn't want to have to deal with that. And then I guess the third reason too is that eventually, like I said, I'm going to be putting the downpipe in and doing some other stuff to it. So I think with the straight pipe on there, that would have just been super crazy loud. So that's why this has to go with this valve system. So in the end, you kind of get the best of both worlds. You open the valves, it's going to be loud and obnoxious, like kind of almost like the straight pipe buzz, but then I can close the valves, I can cruise in silence. No one's going to harass me, and the car will be basically sounding like it is stock. Although even with the valves closed, I would argue that the car sounds just a little bit better than the actual whole stock muffler system setup was. So I think that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. Again, let me know down in the comments if you enjoy the sound of the car. Again, not quite as loud as before, but my ears kind of thank me for that. And yeah, let me know. Another huge shout out to the team over at Hot Rod Scots. If you guys live in the GTA or the surrounding areas, you need any exhaust work done to your car, definitely go and hit them up. As you saw from the videos at the shop, they do a really good job. The install is clean, it sounds awesome. I have no worries about the exhaust falling off or anything terrible happening to it. So yeah, definitely go check out Hot Rod Scots. I'll put a link to their Instagram and their website down below. They also do some minor repairs like brake and suspension and everything like that. So if you need anything done to your car, go hit them up. But yeah, again, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.